Welcome to the show, ladies and gents. We're here. We talk about wrestling.
Charlotte beat me. I put you in a neck brace before. I have no problem doing it again.
You haven't seen it, honey. I was.
Oh, bitch! No, the fuck y'all did. So much balls. There's too much balls on that rash. Too many red balls. Look at all these balls. Look at this. Damn! Oh, Jesus! We are witnessing child abuse on TV, Lord. Oh, have mercy. Now, watch your mouth when you talking to me, ho. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. You ain't getting nothing. You don't get nothing. You either earn it or you don't. You pasty bitch. That ain't how this works. Hit it with a zigzag. Let's go, baby. Let's go, dog. Let's go. I'm fucks with it. We sick of your shit.
Hey, girl, hey. Life, relationships, pop culture.
Well, I'm go ahead. I'm listening, and he'll be looking at me. He will be looking at me, and he will go to sleep. He will go to sleep. Look at me in my face. I'm talking to you.
We talk about it all, baby. So, y'all ready? I know y'all ready. Because it's showtime. And that's on the ancestors, baby. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the after show for Survivor Series. Shout out to Alexis because I went to go see her today and she was an awesome hostess. And her daughter, Harley, is a beautiful girl. Love her to death. Anyways, let's get to the show. I'm not going to hold y'all too long because I don't want to be here long. And I understand y'all want to talk about the show. And I will talk about it with you. And we'll go over what I think is going to happen for the next couple of weeks. But let's dive into this. So they kicked off the show with the women's Wargames match. It was great. I'm not going to lie. I think they did absolutely fantastic in this match. All of the girls performed. And like I told you, everybody performed effectively and nobody defected in the match. Everybody was loyal to their team. And ultimately, the winner was Team Bianca, okay? Like I said it was going to be. Now, I was right in my theory that whoever wins the advantage going into Wargames loses. Bayley's team Damage Control had the advantage going into Wargames, and they lost via a manhandle slam and a KOD. And of course, Becky climbing to the top and jumping on both members of Damage Control, Dakota and Io Sky, while Bayley could do nothing but just lay there and watch her girls eat a pin, okay? It was a marvelous match. Mia Yim showed up and showed out in this match. She did absolutely fantastic. Bliss and Nikki Cross, they did their parts. Bliss performed beautifully. Asuka and Io having that little match in between the Wargames match was fun. It was so much fun to watch. Once Rhea and Becky got in there, it was full-on chaos from the beginning. Your team captain, Bianca, started the match and she ended the match, but she gave Becky the opportunity to get that W inside Wargames for everyone, and you have to give Becky, Bianca, Asuka, Bliss, Mia Yim, and Damage Control, Nikki Cross, and Rhea Ripley all the accolades in the world for performing and setting the tone for the rest of the show. They did absolutely exceptional, and I have nothing but good things to say. There were a few botches in the match, but nothing too significant. These weren't botches because things couldn't be done. It was just from exhaustion. It was from sweating. It was from miscalculations on top of the ropes, but it wasn't anybody underperforming. Everybody did very well in this War Games, and I have to say it was very, very good. So shout out to all of the girls who performed effectively in this match. You gotta love it. Okay. Hi Donnie, how are you? Everyone say thank you to Auntie Oscar for misting Ripples. She did miss her, and I love that shit. That was probably one of my favorite things, was that Oscar brought that blue mist. She was blue this time, right? Babe, did you see the mist?
I did not. Remember when the women's match?
Oh, we were in the car. I was driving. Drive was driving. I was in the back seat watching War Games. She misted her. It was blue mist this time. It wasn't green. Somebody in the comments will confirm it. The girls ate during this match and left no crumbs. Oregon lost?
Yes.
To who?
Chaos.
To
Oregon
who?
lost to Oregon State.
They're in our conference,
Well, Oregon will be soon.
but they're not in the Big Ten.
Not yet.
Okay.
But now
That
the
Becky
top
dropped to
five
the
teams
table. Now that is what I call an effective birth control. I can't.
Hell no.
Landed on all their womb lands. If I can know. Hello, Brandy. Child Rhea was on. She was on. She was at, baby. Yes, it was blue. Yes, she missed it her. It was a very, very good match. The girls did exceptionally well. I was very proud of them. They did awesome. So they decided to go with AJ Styles and Finn next. And I have to say, this was a good match between the two of them. They also performed exceptionally well. They had their back and forth. They did have Judgment Day try to interfere. Luckily, Rhea wasn't out there, and so Mia didn't have to be out there either. They left this up to the boys, and ultimately, it just came down to who wanted to beat the other more. And while Finn Balor was suffering from a minor, shin injury, I think it was, he couldn't withstand, and AJ Styles was able to get him. So AJ beat Finn Balor tonight. So I imagine the OC is finished with Judgment Day, and it'll be over, and we can move on from this bullshit between the two of these factions, and maybe we'll see something different from the OC and from Judgment Day from here on out. They might revisit it tomorrow or Monday because it's easier, but I hope that they don't. I hope that they move forward from here. Let me see if y'all got any questions in here. Rhea looks like she had on Kiss makeup after getting hit with that blue mist. Baby, her face and chesticles was blue, honey. She was blue everywhere. Oh, you didn't know what Bianca's gear was? You have to go to her Instagram to see her gear. Bianca's gear was gorgeous, by the way. I didn't expect her to come out there like that, but sis came out there and she was like, I'm going to show y'all how to come down the slide, okay? Please let it be done. Oh, Kayla said, bless you. He said, please let it be done. Hunter, I am begging you. I really want it to be done too. But I think Aaliyah said, bless you too. But I think by Monday, they're still going to have that feud going. And hopefully they'll figure something out. Edge has been gone for about a month because Extreme Rules was the last time we saw Edge, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I think that was the match.
So, yeah, he's been gone for about a month. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully they'll bring Edge.
Longer than a month.
Yeah, it's been longer than a month. About 2. It's been about 2, right?
2, almost 3.
Yeah, Edge will probably be coming back, and they'll probably if you want to watch the press conference says it follows War Games. It should be on right now. Go to YouTube, Facebook, or TikTok if you want to watch the press conference. All right, so let's go on to my least favorite. This was Shotzi and Ronda. I'm going to be honest. I didn't get to see all of this match. I didn't get to see what happened or what they did. I only got to see the end of this match, and I know that Shotzi lost via the armbar. I'm pretty sure Shayna got involved. I heard, I didn't really get to hear what was so upsetting about this match, I don't really know. So y'all gonna have to tell me in the comment section below, because I was headed home back here to my room by the time this match was coming on, and my phone was dying, so I couldn't finish watching the show in its entirety. So I have no idea what was going on with Shotzi and Shayna and this whole thing. Hold on a second, y'all. Okay. It was very much cunt. Oh, Bianca was dressing. He said Bianca was dressing for the girls and the gays. I loved her gear. Her gear was amazing. It was very much cut. Oh, child. This match wasn't bad. Okay. Shotzi was really handling both Ronda and Shayna. Okay. Okay. Shayna took some bumps. Child, it wasn't bad for real. Shotzi did very well, but Ronda just wasn't selling like she was. But she just, but it was just, I don't know. Okay. Ronda was just sloppy and was not selling. Shotzi was trying her hardest though. The DDT didn't sell well at all. There was only one major botch, and it was on Ronda's end. But aside from that, it was a solid 3.7. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. Some moves she did, and some moves she was just not giving. Okay, so she was doing what a typical heel would do. So I imagine that kind of the way they had Nia sell for certain people, and then she would no sell for some, is kind of how they had Ronda booked. So that may have been the case, but because usually Ronda sells the moves. So it may have been a heel thing, and they were like, you're going to have to look like nothing she does is going to be able to stop her. But I get what y'all are saying. On the Wargames advantage, curse lives on minus last year, though. I don't even count last year because I didn't like neither Wargames match last year. So, but if you count it, cool, no problems. It would have been better on SD, and it was also slow. Okay, so it was a slower match. It was a short match. Okay. They had some good spots, but it dragged a little in some areas. Okay, I get it. She said, Ronda said it wasn't a democracy. She's the queen, like somebody I may know, possibly. Okay, so it was a heel thing. Okay, I get it. So it's like nothing Shotzi could do could combat against her. Okay, that's not like my kind of heel, but that's the kind of heel Ronda's gonna be. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see how that plays out. So here's where I had an issue, right? I don't like the fact that they gave Theory that title back. I don't like it. I think it was silly. I think that Seth Rollins being champion was the smartest move. When Austin Theory had it, it wasn't fun for him to have it. I feel like Seth Rollins is the guy. Something about them pulling that title off of Rollins and giving it to Theory makes me think that they're going to do something else. I have an idea of what they could do, and it's probably going to sound really weird when I say it, but here's the thing. Because the match itself was fine. They had this really good spot where Seth was getting ready to curb stomp. It looked like he was curb stomping Theory, but he didn't. He stepped on Theory's back and curb stomped Bobby Lashley, and it was a really, really cool spot. Well, the way that Theory won this was Lashley speared Seth, and Seth and Theory were entangled up. And instead of Theory just falling out of the ring, he had enough wherewithal to put his arm over Seth Rollins, to which the ref counted, and that was it. Theory walked out with the title, and Seth and Bobby Lashley both are in the ring with sour grapes. Now, me personally, I would not have given that title back to Theory. I feel like having Theory work his way back up the ladder was a smart thing to do, but it's very soon after his little fall from grace, I guess you can put, that they redeemed him like this with this championship. And I just think that that was even worse to me. It wasn't as bad as putting him in Money in the Bank and having him win it, but I understand that Theory is the future. I understand that Theory is the trajectory. You can't always have Seth and Bobby. At some point, these guys are going to be gone. You're going to have to build up Theory. Totally get that. But my point is you don't have to do that with the title. And I don't think Theory should have got the title back. I think that you could have went and gave Seth a little bit more time as champion and move forward from there. And I'm like, if you're going to give him the fucking title, how come you couldn't give the shit to Mustafa Ali? And what really baffles me is if they're going to go into that direction with Theory and Mustafa Ali, because at this point, I'm not going to watch Theory go up against Bobby Lashley again. And I don't think that they're going to put Seth on Theory again. He might wrestle him Monday and then lose. If I were Uncle Trip, this is going to sound strange, but I'm going to say it. If I were Uncle Trip, the first thing that I would do is stick Seth Rollins right back on Roman Reigns. I also would put Kevin onto Sami Zayn and then have him segue to Roman Reigns. Roman would have to contend with two people because that's how Roman got the title in the first place. It was through a triple threat, which is how he should lose his championship, in a triple threat. First, take care of the bloodline and start tearing them down from the inside out. And then you put Kevin, put Seth's ass back on Roman, because technically Roman didn't beat Seth. That was a countout win, and that was Seth Rollins' win. Seth Rollins won by disqualification. They say that Roman's undefeated, but Roman is not undefeated. He has been defeated, and on the books, it's going to say Seth Rollins won by disqualification. Roman was able to retain, but that doesn't mean that he won the match. So Roman is not undefeated, and they very well could do it that way, and that's what they should. Because they're going to take that title off of him in that way. I just feel like that it shouldn't have gone down like that. Like, it just wasn't. It was underwhelming, if that makes sense. I know a lot of people are probably like, no, Austin Theory is the future, da-da-da-da, and I get that. I'm not, shitting on that. I agree. But I just don't think that right now was the point. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think now was the time to give him that championship. I'm referring to you. Okay. Me, the queen. Okay, cool. This match was fun. Hair on point. Gia giving eyebrows on fleek. We finna get crunk. You talking about Shotzi. Really upset and wish Ali was okay, because this was his title win. To me, it was too, KB. Not even gonna lie. I love this match. Definitely great back and forth. It was. I won't shit on the match itself. The match itself was great. I wanted more than what we got. The tanking the way it should have tanked. He's still going at it. Yep, it gave. I have a small feeling Bobby's going to get that title back off of Theory in a separate program. I hope not. I think they want to move Seth to the WWE title picture. See, here's my thing. If Becky is going to see, because this is the thing, Seth and Becky are a package deal. They're married. So if they're going to move Becky to SmackDown, then taking the title off of Seth was the smart thing to do, and ship his ass to SmackDown too. SmackDown needs him. Raw doesn't need them. You know what I'm saying? Ship his ass to SmackDown too. Ronda needs a worthy adversary, and Becky is a worthy adversary for her. And Seth needs to go up against the Bloodline and Roman. You can have a whole thing going. They can make it work. I hope they let Ali win the belt from Theory. Agreed. That's what I was saying earlier. I was hoping Seth would have won, but I don't know. They may go back to Seth versus Roman. I feel like I just said that. The only way that I accept Seth Rollins losing is if he moves to Roman Reigns for the undisputed titles eventually. But I think they're going to try to take one title from Roman instead of both. I don't care what they do as long as they do something, if that makes sense. I was shocked that Austin won, honestly, even though I was joking and said he would win closer towards the end. And SmackDown definitely needs Becky. The comment was, oh, you were still talking, sorry. No, I wasn't talking about you. I have my other phone, and I was looking at some of the comments on Instagram under the post. Not my post, because I didn't post anything today, but it was on Instagram on www.instagram, and I was looking at some of the stuff under there, and they were saying the same thing I was saying. So while I was looking at what y'all was doing, I was also looking at that, so my apologies. I'm mad these brownies I made ain't brownie-ing the way they were supposed to have brownie. Child. You probably didn't put enough chocolate in your brownies, so... Since my girl Alicia Tyler, the ring announcer from NXT, did her thing tonight announcing the women's Wargames match. Oh, so it was Alicia Tyler. I thought it was her. She announced the men's Wargames match too. I heard her. I was like, why she sound so familiar? And what you doing?
No, just looking at stuff.
Wait, what that say for the... We ain't got no coffee. Oh, we got to go down to the lobby and get it.
Mm-hmm.
Rude. But you got to take a picture of this bed, the base part, so I can send it to Cam so he can make it. Because I need this for my room. Okay? Definitely do. Wallaby. Didgeridoo. Anyway, no, it's okay. My bad. No bad. You're good. You are good. I don't know who did men's. I thought that was Samantha. It sounded like Alicia did both of them. I wondered if Becky was going to SmackDown, which I'm fine with. I think that she is. I think she is. Any brownie is a brownie unless it's a blondie. I was so confused listening. Oh, you're trying to find football. He just can't live without football. It may not be tonight, but I have a gut feeling that Sammy's getting kicked out of the bloodline eventually, regardless of tonight. Well, yeah, at some point. But I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. No, that's not it. Because I had seen that putting a second egg in the batter would have made them rise more. And they rose, but now they cakey. I'm telling you, it's because you didn't put enough chocolate in the batter. When you make brownies, if you want them to be fudgy but thick, you do need an extra egg or baking powder to make it rise. But you have to comp for that and add the chocolate so it can have that fudgy like center. You have to trust me. You have to trust me. You gotta trust me, baby. Samantha did the men's. It sounded like Alicia to me. But if it was Samantha, cool. Thankfully, I bought a second box, so I'm going to try again. I really would hope that you would buy some baking chocolate and chop it up and put it into your brownie. Or you can make some chocolate ganache and mix that into the batter, and that'll make your brownies fudgy. You got to trust me. Oh, he loves his football. Yes, he does. All right, so now that we've gone through all of the side matches for War Games, let's get into the men's match for War Games. So I think that won't happen until closer to Mania. He's rightfully earned his trust. I honestly see him turning on Jay in return to go for the tag titles, which I wouldn't mind that at all. But I still want to see Kevin go after Roman Reigns because I feel like that's poetic justice, and I don't care what nobody says. That is worth watching. You understand? Because Sammy is definitely breaking the bloodline up for sure. Oh, dodgeball's coming on today.
11.
It's not 11. It's only 10:40 here.
Remember, we're an hour behind, right?
Fucking hell. All right, I'll head to the store and buy some bacon chocolate. Thank you so much. Love you. I mean it. All right. So earlier in the night, Friday night, Kevin Owens talked to Sammy and basically was telling him, like, yo, you being a bitch right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you a former champion in your own right. You got your own shit going. Like, why you being this fucking flunky for fucking Roman Reigns? Like, what is wrong with you? If I were you, because you was like, look how he treats his family. Look how he treats his people. It's only a matter of time before he starts coming at you, man. You better protect yourself. And if I were you, I'd get them before they get me. So, of course, Jey Uso was lurking and listening around the corner. And when he asked Sammy if he talked to anybody, Sammy said, no, I just got here. I just got here. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything. I didn't talk to anybody. Hold, please. What's the difference between bacon chocolate and regular chocolate? 90% of the time, bacon chocolate has no sugar added. It's going to have a bitter flavor to it unless you buy something that is semi-sweet. But most bacon chocolate isn't sweet at all. It's not sweetened with any sugar. It's just baking. It's just meant for chocolate to add chocolate flavor. It is chocolate, but it doesn't have the sugar in it that, say, a Hershey's bar would have or chocolate chip morsels would have. So usually the way I make box brownies is I buy semi-sweet chocolate chips and I take heavy whipping cream, warm it up, add the chocolate chips, stir it up till it melts, and then I add that to my brownie batter. But Rico can add bacon chocolate and I will also make it better. Moving on before I lose some of my peoples. Already started. So tonight, Jey Uso decided to plant a little bug in Roman's ear. He's like, listen, we got a problem. I talked to Sammy last Friday, and he's the reason why we lost the advantage going into Wargames. He's the reason why a lot of our shit has been messed up. I've been telling you from day one that this man is not for the family. He never has been. And he lied to me. He told me he didn't talk to Kevin, and I heard him talking to this man. I heard him having a conversation with him. He lied, man. He's a liar. So we both know that he not with the family. He not riding for us. He not down like he says he is. So Roman says, you too worried about everything else. You need to be focusing on this match. I'm the tribal chief. I'll handle everything else. You are my right-hand man, and you do what I tell you to do. So Jey Uso left and said he was like, you going to talk to him? He said, I'm going to look that man in the eye. I'm going to see if he's lying to me. Talked to Sammy, and Sammy was like, I didn't want to upset Jey Uso right before he had a big match. I was trying to keep the peace. So, yes, I lied to him. But that wasn't my intention. My intention was to maintain his focus on the match that he had with the Brawling Brutes. Okay? So I told him no. Roman believed him. And they continued into their match. Now, okay, because my mother bought these extra dark chocolates with sea salt, and they were, yeah, but they're not the same as bacon chocolate. Ali is right. They're not the same. So even though it's dark chocolate, it does have some sugar in it. It just doesn't have a lot. That makes sense. So tonight, we got the first two. The Brawling Brutes had the advantage. They were the ones who started off the match with Butch, and you had Butch and you had Jey Uso starting off the match. To which we thought that we were going to get a lot going on, but I know when Ridge Holland got out there, nobody cheered for that man, and I was like, "Ooh, it's real quiet in here, huh? Don't nobody like Ridge? Y'all don't like Ridge Holland? Ooh, child." I mean, it was quiet when he came out. I was like, damn, like, even Nikki got a pop, when she came out of her cage, everybody in the women's match got a pop. Everybody got a pop. Dakota, EO, all of them hoes got a pop. I was like, damn, y'all ain't gonna cheer for Ridge Holland nowhere. They didn't get Ridge Holland shit. They was like, bitch, we don't like you. I said, ooh, honey, wow, wow. And they was just, they had their match. They was wrestling, and in 5-minute intervals, they came into the match. Now, you would think that when it was time for the bloodline to come in, now who is that? When it was time for the bloodline come in, you would think that they would let Jimmy in because Jay and Jimmy work in tandem as a team. But nay. Roman put Sammy in there. Now, my first thing when I saw Jey Uso starting off the show, thank you, honey, starting off the match was, why would Roman put Jey Uso in there? Jey Uso is not his strongest competitor. No shade to Jey Uso. But you want to be able to start off strong in War Games. And honestly, Solo is your strongest in the group. And I'm not saying you should put Solo out there first, but it just seemed very strategic that he put Jey Uso out there. And I was right, because they put Sammy out there. And for the better part of that match, even when Jimmy and Solo came in, they argued and fought, even to the point where Jimmy was getting ready to kick Butch in the face, and Sammy ended up eating a super kick from Jey Uso. Jey Uso left his ass laying there. He ain't even help him up. And Jimmy like, man, we can't leave him down like this. He like, man, leave him. We got to get this match won. Roman comes in, and that's when the match starts to pick up. Everything starts to move quick, which usually happens in War Games. When they start the match, when the match officially starts, is when it actually starts to pick up. But by then, people had went through fucking tables. There was people who had been slammed onto goddamn garbage cans and shit. The women's War Games match had more weapons in it than the men's. I will say that. But when I tell you they were going at it, they were going at it, okay? Now, when Roman got inside the cage and it was time to officially start the match, is when everything truly and honestly went down. And it was a battle, okay? Towards the end is where we saw how this was going to play out. Sammy had a choice to make. Sammy could either side with his brother in arms, his comrade, the person that he's been fighting and loving with for years, Kevin Owens, or he can side with his new family, the Bloodline, and betray the only man that he's ever loved in a platonic way, ever. And he did. And he betrayed him in the worst way possible. Kevin and Roman were fighting it out, and Kevin almost had the Roman. And in fact, had it not been for Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens most definitely would have won that match for the Brawling Brutes. But like I told y'all before, anybody who wins the advantage going into War Games loses at War Games.
I still think this is one big ass ruse.
What are you talking about?
I still think, damn, this is a big ass ruse.
A ruse of what, babe?
Hot take. That because of what happened to Randy, they're going to pivot. And Kevin more than likely be the one to get the titles. I do believe Kevin got to Sammy when he talked to him. And Sammy is doing this so they can finally let their guard down to let him actually in. And at the end, when everything's said and done, Sammy is going to be the reason why Roman drops those titles to Kevin.
I wouldn't be mad at it. Why not? It's a good idea for energy saving. Why was Roman sitting down in the cage? Well, I mean, he doesn't have to stand up, and he's the tribal chief.
Why would he stand up?
I mean, at least right. It is energy saving. But he betrayed his friend in the worst way possible, low blowing him in the middle of the ring and sacrificing him to the Bloodline, to which Jey Uso was able to get the pin, and that was it. And the embrace of Roman, and of course, finally, Jey Uso in the ring, and the bloodline is whole and happy. And they got a W in the structure. First time ever Roman competing inside War Games. To me, he really didn't do a lot of damage, but he was effective in there. I will say this, out of everybody in this match, Solo was the most dangerous person in this match. He was ruthless. If I had to pick a second, it definitely was Butch, aka Pete Dunne. A third, I would go with Kevin Owens. Sheamus did great. Drew even did good. I was happy with everybody's performance, even little old Ridge. He seemed real lonely. Everybody didn't want to cheer for him. They was booing his ass. They didn't even boo him, Jared. He got no reaction. When his ass came out the cage, it was like they was disappointed. I was like, Jesus. Now they gave wrong answer forehead. I can't with you. You agree with AJ? I mean, Gerard's usually right on the bigger stuff, so I'm not mad. He said Sammy is the toxic motherfucker. That, my friends, is War Games. Now, what you have to understand is there are no more pay-per-views for WWE's main roster leading into next year. The next pay-per-view we're going to see is Royal Rumble, which is at the end of the month. All right? Now, there are a few ways that this could roll. Seth and Becky could very well be moving to SmackDown, migrating, and then officially be drafted after Mania, because I think they want Seth and they want Becky and Ronda to fight at WrestleMania, to which I don't have a problem with that, which more than likely Ronda will beat Becky, because the last time they fought, Becky beat Ronda, right? She beat Ronda and Charlotte Flair. Now, if they do that, more than likely Ronda won't drop the title until after Mania, very similar to Charlotte Flair in her title match. Now, into Bianca. Bianca's got a lot of stuff to do. Bianca has now ended her feud with Damage Control, which rightfully so, because I'm sick of it. Something has to happen with Damage Control. Now, what they may do in the meantime, before they decide to move Becky over to SmackDown, is let Becky have a little mini feud with Bayley and Damage Control. This could also bring Candice back, let Candice come in and fight with the girls as well, since seeing as how they took her out. She's been on the show for quite some time. There's a lot of room to play here, but I guarantee you that Bianca's next opponent is Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley was owed an opportunity at that Raw Women's Championship, and that was supposed to happen before the feud with Becky even came about. And so Rhea Ripley probably will get that championship fight. They probably will start their feud in a week or two. With all that being said, I'm not mad at that at all. Oh my God. Ridge, let's go, Boston. Child. We have 62 days until Royal Rumble. Bianca just said she either wants Rhea or Charlotte at Mania. By the way, Uncle Trip does think I wouldn't be surprised if she got Rhea at Rumble and Charlotte at Mania. Whether Rhea Ripley is a big name or not, Charlotte Flair is the bigger name. And if I were Uncle Trip, I would book Rhea and Charlotte in separate intervals. Now you have the time to plan out Rhea and Bianca now. And then I would have Bianca and Charlotte planned out for Rumble after Elimination Chamber. That's how I would do it. Either Charlotte would win the Chamber and go on to WrestleMania to compete against Bianca Belair. And then I would have Becky. I mean, I know it sounds messed up, but Becky already won the Rumble. So I'd have Shayna win the Rumble, actually. I'd have Shayna win the Rumble, and either Shayna competes against Ronda or she drops that title to Becky and they compete. Like, either way, I would have Shayna Baszler be the one to win the Rumble. But there's so many avenues that you can go with this. There's a lot of branches breaking off that main WWE tree. And this Survivor Series was fun. It was 5 matches. It was fun to watch. There wasn't a lot going on where it was too chaotic and there was so many things. Bray Wyatt wasn't there, so we didn't have a distraction from him. Everything was solid for Survivor Series. I give this pay-per-view he caught it! He caught it, Jared. Oh my God. I don't understand why Rhea Ripley would be the one to win the Rumble. Rhea Ripley is going to be the one she competes against at Rumble. I don't think that Rhea Ripley is going to fight in the Royal Rumble because she's going to have a match with Bianca Belair at the Royal Rumble. That's my own personal opinion. There's no reason to give Rhea Ripley the Royal Rumble this year. I don't see any reason as to why. She should have already been guaranteed a title shot simply because she's owed one, because she earned it and she couldn't compete for it because of an injury, not because she wasn't there or she got fired. So Bianca fighting Charlotte or the Rumble winner at Mania more than likely. The Rumble winner is more than likely going to go after Ronda. I don't think the Rumble winner is going to go after Bianca because I think her next 2 opponents are already set in stone for her. Rhea Ripley is the first. Charlotte's going to be the last. Or they may switch it. Either way, I don't see any reason as to why she would have to compete in the Rumble just to get an opportunity at Bianca when they could just capitalize off of her demanding to have her shot. I wouldn't give her the Rumble. I don't think she needs it. Lies, he did, Jared.
Wow, crazy.
That's not cool. Look.
Okay. Catches the ball.
He had it.
Control. Oh, right there it came out.
Damn. No, it did not. Come on. He had the ball the whole time. It did not come out. That's bullshit. No. Y'all trying to play semantics. That's trash. I don't want to hear it. That ain't even my team. And during a Ronda and Shotzi match, the crowd was looking for Miss Boss, and the sound crew cut that shit. I don't know why y'all was looking for Sasha. I don't understand. She didn't say she was gonna be there, so
right.
Why would you?
The crowd's stupid.
I mean, if they do it your way, I feel like that's not a good reason to do it. That'd be a waste of a Rumble, and it'd be wasting a lot of people's time. I honestly believe that. If Cody comes back by the Rumble and wins, if they build everything right, it could be a fatal 4-way between Cody, Seth, Roman, and Kevin. Why? So Roman could win again? If that's what y'all want. Me personally, I think, like I said, I think the Poetic Justice is the triple threat since he won the titles on a triple threat. Well, he won one of the first title he had on a triple threat. And I think the Poetic Justice would be Kevin winning and Seth, both of them pinning him. And then they give the titles to either one of them. That's just me, though. That's just me. I think 2023 is the year of the one and only do drop. You keep saying that. You said that last year, and it wasn't her year either. So I'm just gonna say, good luck with that. Shayna winning the Rumble makes sense. She could act like she's gonna challenge Bianca and attack Ronda. Very cool, 100%. I mean, it's totally up to the E, but like I said, this after Survivor Series, a lot of doors and avenues have opened, and it's possible that a lot of things could be happening at Rumble. I don't want that, Khalil. It's too heavy. I mean, WWE's been known to stack a deck against people who have heavy title reigns like that, so it's interesting. But we just have to wait and see what Uncle Trip Trip does. But speaking of uncles, Shawn Michaels is going to reveal the deadline Iron Survivor Challenge competitors this coming Tuesday on NXT. NXT has been really shitty lately. And yeah, I'm just not a fan. I know like. Also, Roxanne Perez and Indy are supposed to have a match next week. I don't really care about these two fighting. But if it works out for them, cool beans. And Pretty Deadly retained their championships last week. Who knows who they're gonna go up against? Gallus has been gone for quite some time. Got it that time though.
Right.
Got it that time though. Gallus has been gone for quite some time. So maybe Gallus will come back and challenge for those NXT championships. We will just have to wait and see. But of course, deadline for Braun Breaker has already been set in stone. He does not have to wait for his next opponent, but apparently Mandy Rose does. So we'll just have to wait and see who is going to be competing in the Iron Survivor Challenge matches and what else they're going to decide to do. Probably Grayson Waller, JD McDonough, Axiom, if he can come back and wrestle. If Carmelo Hayes ain't going up, Carmelo might compete in the Iron Survivor Challenge. And Von Wagner. So it's 5 competitors, right? Von Wagner, Grayson Waller, JD McDonough, Carmelo Hayes, and who would be the 5th? Who, like Nathan Frazier? Like, I don't know. Listen, 2022 was a chaotic year. She wasn't in control. She ain't in control now. But now sky's the limit for Madame Doodoo. You're very optimistic for something that has no guaranteed for anybody. Well, nobody was in control. That's the point for everybody. It just wasn't her. Exactly, Aaliyah. But 2023 would be finna be different. I don't think so. I honestly forgot she never had her match at Money in the Bank. That's my bad. She didn't have it. It's going to be the year of opportunity, but I don't think it's going to be Dewdrop's opportunity. It's just me. Dijakovic, since he's back, yeah, he coming out there with the mirror aviators on, looking like a burnt hot dog, but sure. Dijakovic could be the 5th. I don't have a problem with that. Eyes watering, y'all. Anyway, Indy is the only choice to win that match. For the women, I say Indy, Cora Jade, Nikita, Indy, Cora Jade, Nikita. It's got to be Zoe in there and like Roxanne Perez. They probably put their 5 in there. Anybody else built up enough? Fallon could try to be in there. They could probably put Fallon in there. Really don't matter. You are a dreamer. No. I'm opposing your opinion just this time, Rico. As long as Von Wagner doesn't win, I don't care who's in it. He might win again. Either way, I'm very happy with War Games. I'm happy that they put on a great show. It was a good show and I enjoyed it. So shout out to you, Uncle Trip Trip. Why not Lash? When's the last time you saw Lash on television where she wasn't like eating the mat or helping somebody get over? She has no momentum going into the match. I wouldn't put her in it. Not even trying to be mean or disrespectful. I'm just saying that's what I do. I really don't want to see Cora Jade in that match. Oh, she's gonna be in it. I'm not a fan of Cora Jade either, but her ass is definitely gonna be in that match. Trust me, they're gonna put her bony ass in that match. It's happening. Oh, Elektra might be in it. They might put Elektra in there, you know. She's been pretty dominant. So there's that. Since I'm a month behind, I'd say a long while. The last time Lash Legend was seen on actual NXT TV and not NXT Level Up was Halloween Havoc. Cora built like a baby bird. I mean, that's his hair underneath that helmet. Oh, that's not cute. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed War Games as much as I did. Monday, I will be going home, and I will be home, but I am not doing commentary Monday. I can't. I will be fucking tired, okay? Because I finally go home. So once I'm home, I get settled, which we're probably going to get home after the show, right? After the show starts?
Depending on what time we leave.
Yeah. Okay. I want to leave early. I don't want to leave at 5 in the morning, but like getting on the road at like 7 would do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'd be cool with that. Yeah, that's what I want. I want to do that. But anyways, so I am going to get me some sleep. Tomorrow, you going to get breakfast?
Okay.
Where you gonna go? I don't know. Mama and them got to the hotel yet. She didn't call, but you can go check on their room and see if you don't mind. Yes, you have to put on pants, love. When you come back, you can walk around here however you want.
Oh.
Can you? Never mind. I would put one of the toxic hoes in it and have her really turn on Mandy. Well, it seems like they're going after the tag team titles, babe. So they're not turning on Mandy anytime soon, and she's not losing the titles anytime soon. It's just annoying at this point. Lash not even winning on Level Up. Exactly my point. She never said she was giving body. You talking about Cora. Good night. Have a safe trip back home. Good night, Brandy. So I hope everybody enjoyed the show. You guys, I know that I wasn't able to do commentary like I usually do, but I was out of town. I went to go see Alexis. I had a really good day with her. It was really cool, and I just wanted to relax and chill today. I mean, what would them turning on Mandy even do? First of all, it would break up Toxic Attraction completely. And, of course, if they had it right, like if they had the opportunity for someone to, go after Mandy, it'd be different if there was still a briefcase for the girls and they were using it for the NXT title. Like I understand them giving Liv the women's championship, it worked out in her favor. But if they had sent Liv back to NXT and she used that briefcase on that NXT championship, that shit would have worked. And Liv being champion with NXT would make sense to me. But they didn't do that. So, it would make sense if she took the title off of her after the girls beat her up. Because they like, when we lost our titles, you didn't help us. You didn't protect us. We lost our damn championships. And we've been, helping you keep your title. So it's only fair that you drop yours, Cool beans. Good night. Get home safe. Get home soon. Get home safe. Cool. Scored again. Fucking A. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And I will see you guys on Monday after Raw. Hopefully, when I get home, I'll be able to go live and everything. Because I'll be in the comfort of my room again. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I really did. Because I liked it. I thought this show was great. And everybody did exceptionally well. I have to give Uncle Trip his props. He did a very, very good job. With all that being said, I hope you ladies and gents and non-binary folks enjoy your day, night, evening, morning, whenever you're listening to this. And I will see you guys in my next one. Don't forget to listen to the podcast. It is up. I did do a storyline recap, which you don't have to listen to if you don't want to. But if you just want to listen to my voice and go to bed, you definitely can. Storyline recap is very mellow, kind of cool and calm and collected. We love that. So you guys can go listen to that. Plus, we did a full recap of Full Gear, and we did a nice little mini story rundown of Survivor Series on the podcast. And we're going to finish that up and do roast sessions this week. The roast sessions is happening. We're going to do roast sessions and get that out the way. And we will see you guys in our next one. All right. Thank you so much. Bye. Thank y'all so much for coming and being part of my show. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe on the channel. It really helps to get my content out there for everybody to see. And I feel like even though we're a wrestling channel, we talk about a little bit of everything over here when I go live. So make sure you guys follow me on my social media as well. All of my socials are the same at Psych Design TV 2. You can find me on Twitter, and you can find me on Instagram, and you can find me on Facebook if you're a little nerd and you like Facebook. But don't forget to follow me and subscribe, and make sure you rate my videos and get that algorithm up to push it up so I can start being a little bit more professional, so I can start making some coins. Okay? I will talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.